Hey everybody, sorry to cancel class at the last minute. I was here in my office about 11 a.m. and just about ready to go to class, and I couldn't find my laptop. I thought it was stolen. Turns out I did find it eventually, but I had a bit of a scare there for a while. About 11:05, 11:10, I could no longer make it to class without a lot of you being gone, so I decided to go ahead and make a brief video here talking with you about what I wanted to talk with you today in class. Today we're going to start talking about bog bodies. You might remember them from chapter 2 when we talked about preservation. Bog bodies preserve particularly well because of the anaerobic conditions in a bog, and also because of the tannins that are the chemical composition of the bog, which essentially tans the hides just like they were leather. I'll put up a card that will show where you can read about bog bodies in the textbook. You can also, of course, find it in the index under bog bodies. I want to show you a movie about one of the more recent finds of bog bodies from Ireland, now thought to be perhaps the oldest bog body in Europe. Of course, there's a lot of things you can learn from bog bodies, in particular what they wore, what they were eating, what they looked like. But interestingly enough, the big question really is, why were they put there to begin with? It turns out that most of them have some evidence of trauma, especially from perhaps like hanging death, or perhaps their throats are slit, or otherwise appear to have been murdered. So the real question is, are these just murder victims that have been thrown into a bog to hide the bodies? Are they executions of individuals who are criminals and broke the law? Or perhaps, as some people suggest, that they're sacrifices. That is, they were offered up to some god or something of that nature in order for some return, such as a good harvest or whatnot. Tonight you ought to read up on bog preservation in general on page 59 of your textbook. You should have read it previously in chapter 2, but you probably could use a refresher on why things are preserved in bogs at all. Then you can read about a Grabell man on pages 456 and 457. This will get you prepped for the movie, which I'll show on Thursday. And at the movie, I'll hand out research questions that you can work on over the weekend. So again, my apologies for the late cancellation. I'll see you on Thursday. Thanks.